Now, look at me now. No, we're not doing this now.
Just get the fuck down and start the show. Hello and welcome to Hops and Bros. This week, we had a couple pre-drinks.
Yeah, quite a few of them actually. We had an important meeting concerning the future of Hops and Bros. So stay tuned for more info because it's going to be a kick-ass review.
Indubitably. See, I'm not that drunk. I can use indubitably in the right way.
For an open window on the crowded world, Max and Chris from Ups and Welcome to Ups and Bros! Yeah.
Cheers, man.
Cheers. Cheers to the great beer. Great barrel-aged beer from Matera, Montreal. A great place, and I guess they only do barrels?
Starting, yeah. Not just barrels, because we already had the Real, which is an IPA, a double IPA from them. Really good beer. This is the second one that they released, I think. No, because there's the Tam Tam, another session IPA coming out. But this one is very special because I heard a lot of good things on the social medias. You know, that's where I get all my beer sources. And the reason why I got really interested in this one, mainly because, yes, it's an Imperial Stout aged in bourbon barrels brewed with green coffee. But those same barrels were used to infuse coffee beans that were used for a coffee roast.
Okay, so green beans.
Yes.
So like fresh beans for a coffee roast.
Yeah, but also once they were roasted, they were settled into bourbon barrels to create
nice!
Kind of
Like
like
the bourbon aroma in the
coffee.
So is that how you infuse coffee beans with different flavors? Is it in the green stage?
But it's not in this one.
No, I know, but still, it's pretty interesting.
No, not in the green stage, like after.
So after you've roasted them, you put them in barrels and then you add the bourbon
barrel-aged coffee beans for your coffee.
Do you add bourbons? Or
no, just in the wood.
In the wood.
Kind of like create that nice aroma. I don't know. I haven't tried a coffee. It's already sold out from the point we're talking right now, but they tried out this at the same time. So it's a lot of like a new creative stuff on the coffee side and cool stuff for the coffee beer, like the beer side thing.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of coffees with different flavors in them, and I'm always curious to how they get those flavors in them. Or like, is it something that's easy to do, or is it really hard? Like, there's not a lot of companies doing it, but the ones I've seen are the bigger guys. So in the smaller roasteries, is it possible to do it smaller scale, to have like bourbon-infused coffee, whiskey-infused coffee, rum-infused coffee, or different flavors like that? I'm just not sure.
So coffee roasters that work on that beer, please tag them in the comments.
Yeah, because I'm actually
love
legit
to have
curious.
The right answer for that. We never thought about that before starting the video. Sorry about that.
No, we should probably do some more research before starting a video, but we never do.
And
that's why you like us.
So this is the Stout and Stouts. If you want to pronounce
stout,
if you want to pronounce it like in more English, so Stout and Stout. I guess.
But it really only works in French.
Yeah,
Stout and Stout.
Stout and Stout. So it means like it's one hell of a stout. If you look like the right expression,
one hell of a stout.
It's one hell of a stout. Like
Stout
the
and Stout.
proper kind of like translation for it.
Sounds a little German too when you say it fast. Stout and Stout.
Stout and Stout.
Stout and Stout.
Stout and Stout. Look great. But look at the label. It's a nice little like coffee beans dumping themselves into a beer in a barrel.
So it's exactly what we just described, but in a visual way, in a drawing way.
Exactly.
So if you were curious about what we imagined when telling our tale, that's what we did.
Exactly.
It's exactly what we imagined.
Now in 4K.
Now in 4K, yes, we do have a 4K camera running.
But the video won't be 4K enabled because we'll crush all that in one 180p format. So sorry about that because your phone is probably 180p right now.
But I guess you could probably use it to zoom into like different areas because it is 4K.
Yeah, that's what I'll be doing.
That's interesting. A lot of editing.
Oh yeah,
editing
a lot of editing coming in. Yeah,
on our Fuji, by the way, Fuji X-T20. If you haven't had a chance to look at those cameras, they're a great camera. Yeah. They really are.
We have
Fuji
a
X-T20.
single other really good camera, but we won't name the camera.
We will not, because the Fuji
is doing good.
Is for you, G. So
All
if,
right.
your, if your name starts with a G, then it does make sense. If it doesn't, then it doesn't really.
Sorry about
Anyway,
that,
so let's
yeah.
dump in the beer.
So
Let's dump in the
Matera,
beer.
those brewers, they settled in. So they're kind of like contract brewers, but they're renting space at Ushlag Brewery. So we already talked about Ushlag. It's a big kind of like factory out there in Montreal, and they're nesting a lot of great brewers out there. So bunch of barrels were filled up with this beer, and it's actually my third time trying out Matera, but my first time trying out this
guy.
nice, fantastic stout. So it poured with a nice, let me swirl a little bit that thing.
Like immediately
Give
the
it a
aroma,
nice-
it's very coffee, very chocolate, very sweet, as you would like in a stout, an imperial stout, and also one that's in a barrel. Now the bourbon I find doesn't come out as much. It's a bourbon barrel, but I don't have a lot of the flavors come out.
Yeah, but for me, when I took my first sip, of course, on the nose you get those nice coffee aromas, but they are like a little bit like a woody coffee aromas. So
Yeah.
I think that's where the barrel characteristics
It's more the oak
blend
that
in.
came out, yeah.
Exactly. And then for my first sip, up on with your different flavors while I take my
Hop
first
on,
sip.
yeah, that's a
Yeah,
good
hop on.
tagline.
Yeah, I know. Good tagline. You should maybe put. We should put like an Ups and Bros trademark on that one.
Or maybe you should. Anyways, let us know in the comments below which trademarks you would like for us to use in our like vocabulary we use a lot. Let us know. We might do something with that. Probably not, but we'll see. Anyways, so yeah, and the flavors. They're very coffee, very sweet. Now they used green coffee beans, so it wasn't roasted. They used the actual like the baby beans to put in there, which does give you a different kind of flavor. It's
like
really it's really different. It's a lot less roasty, a lot more on the coffee side, I find.
And the green coffee beans, they do have that bitterness present. So I think that the bitterness that's showcased in this beer, which is well done with the kind of like the dryness of the barrels and the roasted malts, come together really, really nicely. I'm really enjoying this one. Seriously, like one of the good coffee beers we've had was like brunch stouts.
What was the brunch stout we had in the garage that one time?
Yeah, the Boswell one.
Boswell. Incredible
really
brunch
good one.
stout. It really is. But it's different.
It's different.
Yeah.
But another one that plays in the same field, which is coming up this Saturday, it's Pêche. So the Pêche Mortel. Yeah,
hells
Pêche Day on
man.
Saturday.
Yeah.
But seriously, this one is a serious contender on just...
Dude, more than serious.
Yeah.
I would love to have those two beers head to head and see which one I'd pick. Because I think I'd pick this one. I really do. The Pêche is really, really good. But this one has something, man. It's got something special. Something very special to my heart.
I don't want to get involved in that, because I think the Pêche Mortel is one hell of a beer, but this
It is
one
a hell of a beer, but
Yeah,
I mean, these, like, head to head would be interesting to see.
Yeah, just to try them out. And look at the head. Like, I don't know if we showed it up, but it has that kind of like a reddish tint to it. It's brown, but it has that nice color to it. I really like it. It's velvety on the tongue, not too harsh. It's at 9.6%.
Oh, God.
At 9.4%.
That's crazy.
And the reason why we had a little bit of trouble, like, trying to set up that tasting is because it's 9.4. Usually we do, we drank 3 beers before filming.
Yes, but the other thing I wanted to add with the alcohol is that you don't taste the alcohol,
feel it,
which,
yeah.
again, we said it a lot. We do say it often that you don't feel the alcohol, this and that, but then this one you really don't. The sweetness really kicks in just enough to, like, it's a dessert. It's a dessert. It's delicious.
It is good.
It really
it's
is good.
Seriously, I think for 2018,
Yeah.
right now it's in my top for
We
2018.
just started 2018. Just,
I know.
Like, pump the brakes, bro.
I know. But right now it's
Yeah?
it's in my top for 2018. If
We should do
someone
like a
asks me-
scoreboard, like throughout the year we
Should-
pick
yeah,
which
yeah.
ones.
Should we like start a top 5 scoreboard right here? And
That'd be interesting. I
it's
like
made to just move around.
Yeah.
What's our coup de cœur for now?
I guess.
Yeah. What would you be interested to see that?
That's interesting because it is something we went against a lot.
Yeah.
We usually don't go for what we prefer. We go for in the moment what we like.
We don't use ratings.
Nope.
Because it's not something we're into. We're not
Taste-
even using Untap.
Taste is subjective. Everyone's going to have a different impression on a beer. And also, there's so many factors to factor in. Factoring that if the beer was brewed at some point and then you have it way after, it might not be as good.
You said like
I
3
know
times
that-
factor
I
in
know,
like
that
5
was-
words.
That was my thing. But I mean, for this beer, I would see it age very well. But like for an IPA, it wouldn't.
Of course, yes. That's why I have an extra bottle. So Oh, and yes, there's a second batch coming out this week.
Oh, that's what I wanted to
get your hands on this beer. It's available now in all the beer shops, specialized shop in Quebec. If you have a friend in Quebec, ask him to buy this beer for you. You deserve it. So, as you deserve it, we deserve a like for that video because we put a lot of effort in there.
Well, I mean, okay, see, if you think we deserve a like, then leave a like. If not, then don't.
Okay,
but
perfect. Yeah.
if you like the video, please subscribe.
It's strongly suggested.
If you want to buy us a beer, there's a couple ways. You can hit us up on beer@hopsandburrows.com, and we can give you our address, and you can set it up directly to us. Or you can buy us a beer on Patreon.
Yeah.
So if you go on Patreon, you can subscribe, give us a couple bucks a month, and then we can go out and buy our own beer.
Yep.
And you can let us know via the
Discord channel.
which beer you would like for us to try out.
And share your taste notes with us because, yeah, we're all about interacting with you guys. So, cheers again for another great video, another great review, and we see you guys in the next video, which is going to be probably next Tuesday.
Usually it's about a couple days after.
Yeah, in the
Twice
future.
a week. Twice a week.
Always. Cheers, man.